the Rockies. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. He'll fire one downfield for Finn. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So this, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Trey McKinney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Running on first down, Eckler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Herbert on 3rd down now. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A huge play there for Denver. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch it.
Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there, and right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd and a couple, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. On the ground with a tight end. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Herbert operating from the red zone. He dumps this off to Mack. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And the Chargers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now it's Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Herbert now. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Jones. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Going right back to Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jerry Tillery. Able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Broncos 10. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Blankenship out for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some... Jones hit and the ball's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will swell by one more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Jones now on 1st and 10. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Here's Jones on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Under pressure, they got him again. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
95's the sand zone. Check his mic.
On first down, it's Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick six.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for two, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he comes back with one complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Ty Long now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
And now off to the races down the right side. 20. Touchdown, L.A. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run. He was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Michael Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more.
Broncos 16. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Jones to throw on third down. This is Jennings. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a big play there for the Broncos. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones caught left side. Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he'll go up top here for Hamler. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Denver. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Oh, and that under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Going deep here for Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Jones. This is the tight end Fant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb at. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. They were looking Jennings' way again, and it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Herbert. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on two more. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Chargers, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week.